Hello, everybody. We were having a very big amount of technical issues. Finally, now we are ready to go live. I believe everything is working. It seems so. I had a face cam right there. It was pointing at me, at my beautiful face. But unluckily, I believe it's because it's an iPhone and I have already another iPhone filming. I think that was making my computer crash. If it's something else, maybe we will crash. We will see. But right now, everything seems to be working well. So we are gonna make an attempt at it without my facecam, and I will figure out how to add a facecam without crashing sometime soon. A little bit of what's gonna happen. We're gonna be playing people of the Dreamkeeper campaign. This is gonna be the prologue. The settlement is called Pharloom because I love Silksong. It was such a fantastic game that I felt that I should pay tribute to it and have it here. But yeah, we're gonna be playing people of the Dreamkeeper campaign. We have our survivors. You are able to see them on the screen. That is perfect. Let me check that the overlay is working. I'm gonna make false damage. And it is. Look at that, isn't it beautiful? Let's heal the guy. And yeah, we're almost ready to go. We're gonna be reading the prologue. I don't know if you can see it, but I have my mate here with me. I love mate. It's a South American way to drink something similar to tea, but it follows me everywhere. Wherever I travel, whatever I do, I have mate on me. It's amazing. So, shall we begin? I think everything is ready. Yeah, so let's go. Once upon a time, in a place of carved stone faces, a monster ate a tremendous meal. Its belly was so full that it could not move, so it slumbered. When the monster had digested, it awoke. It raised its curious head into the wind and smelled the despair of people staring somewhere in the unbroken darkness. The monster licked its blood-caked snout and set off to investigate. The monster walked unhurried through the darkness, following the scent. It grew hungrier and hungrier as the scent got stronger. Its powerful heart pounded with joy as it came upon a great chest. The box reeked with delicious promise. The monster greedily nosed it open. How delectable would they be, if only their organs were bursting with fear! The monster toyed with its morsels, tasting the terror-tinged sweat as they skittered between its great big teeth. It laughed as they tickled it with their scrabbling hands, climbing to escape. There was one mouthful that did not taste of terror. She was not tender with despair. She reached between the monster's grasping fingers and freed the child of stone. She took a deep breath and bellowed into the darkness, hoping her cries could reach someone. Somewhere, in the place of stone faces, people raised a lantern to illuminate their doom. They knew they could not survive, yet they struggled just the same. These are the ones that taste best, thought the monster, delighted. Damn, goosebumps every time. I love that fucking intro. There's something special with the White Lions prologue story, but I feel that this is even better. I don't know. It this depicts so well the monster that we are gonna be fighting, which is our beautiful unpainted. That's shameful. The Crimson Crocodile. I already set up there the hit locations. Let's make sure we have the right one on top. And it's the 99 finger spine, which is, I believe, correct. And we should have the 21,000 Newton bite, which is correct. I have Scribe here on my left. I have already set up the what are the names? The knowledges for each survivor. So we are ready to play. Actually, this is so exciting. I'm so ready to test this overlay. Yeah, let's get to it. So here we have the enchanted flesh. I'm gonna leave it here on the side. I don't know if this is gonna be very visible. I have my stream deck on the side here as well, so I should be able to display stuff like, let's see if it works. Yeah, look at that, beautiful. So when I roll for a stat, you can see it with me instead of having to wonder what's happening. And hopefully, this is a test, this is not happening, but if I roll for body, and you should see the die on top of it. And you do, this is awesome. I'm very proud of this. Anyway, all of this is only thanks to amazing Scribe. Without a Scribe, this couldn't be possible. This is not sponsored by Tabubat in any way, but always shout out to people that make awesome stuff possible is mandatory. Anyway, let's set up the terrain. We already have the blood pool in the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is where the survivor corpse is gonna be. We are gonna set one survivor to eat the first attack, 2, 4, 5, and then the rest we are gonna have them around. So the way that this fight works is that after the first attack, which we are gonna do in a second, we are kind of promised good reward if we throw a founding stone, or actually 2 founding stones at the monster, but we will get there soon. Let's start with the good stuff. Let's start by activating the monster. Let's see if this works well. So, pick a target. Threat with the most tokens in range. Everyone applies 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everyone is in the same distance. We're gonna put him in the middle. So we go for the closest survivor. He's already eating his face. And we do attack with speed 2, accuracy 3+. Oh my god, I don't know, there's one die that you cannot see, that was a 9 and a 10. Whoops. That is a 9 and a 10, which means that there are 2 hits. Oh, that is nice actually. So we are actually gonna avoid one of the hits. So 1 damage to the waist. It's only 1, right? Yes. Oh, and I forgot to add insanity to all of them. Let's do that right now. They should all start with 1 insanity. They could all start with 1 insanity, otherwise they could start with terror, which will break the game basically. So, as I was saying, Zachary takes a hit to the waist, which is already done, and he's going to use 1 survival. Why is he using a survival for a situation that is not required? I'm going to show you in a second. Now the monster turns is over, so we put it in the discard pile. We are going to throw a founding stone with Alistair. Let's see if I can show you this. So Alistair activates. Oh, I forgot I have the overlay here. I'm sorry for that. So Alistair activates. We have the founding stone there on the left. I'm going to activate the ability of the founding stone, which is that I can archive it and have a critical wound right away. So we archive the gear. And soon we're going to have animations for that too. It's not there yet, but soon we're going to have animations for archiving gear. So the gear is done. We draw a hit location, which is in previous, which means we don't do damage. But we need to find the sparkling upper back, put it in the top of the hit location deck. I already had it ready because I knew I would be doing this. This is a Prologue fight. We all know what happens in Prologue fights. So, sorry, that should be face down. And we add this as a persistent injury, which means that now the monster has -1 evasion, which you're gonna see in the app or in the overlay. That is fantastic. Now is the time for Zachary to do his turn. Zachary is gonna also archive his weapon to throw it and have an automatic critical. What happens here is that we get a founding stone, a survival, and we deal a wound. So basically this is a free wound because we get the founding stone back. And that's pretty much it, right? And I get 1 survival. So Zachary gets his survival back. And that's the reason, basically, I was dealing the 2... I was archiving the 2 founding stones. Now we can actually play the game. So we're going to start with Lucy. Lucy is going to go to the back of the monster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's going to attack with a founding stone. And that's a 6 and a 3. I think that is only 1 hit, if I'm not crazy. Let's take a look at her. Yep, that's only 1 hit. We draw a hit location. It's a parry. Interesting. So if I fail, I become disarmed. But we're not going to fail, are we? Ooh, maybe? That's actually a fail. I need a 4 to be able to wound. So that's a fail, which means that the attack ends. Again, my weapon is going to be moved. I need to get my tokens, by the way. So we need the tokens down here to indicate that this founding stone has been thrown away 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to go and pick it up. So that is the end of her turn, sadly. She gets +1 insanity because of this thing, which is not bad. I think it's +1 survival and +1 insanity, but let's double check. But I don't have a more survival limit than 1. Okay, so that's it. Now it's gonna be Ursa. Also, is gonna get him in the back of the monster. And that's a 9 and a 7. That is 2 hit locations. Let's move them here. I need to block the place where the dice go a bit better. But anyway, we have 2 hit locations. We are gonna start. The monster will go to the right. This is a problem because he will hit Alistair. The monster lower jaw turns the monster to face the attacker and moves 3 spaces back. Well, we are going to attack the Basolidated hit location, so Blushing Burly Hindog. We're going to attack that first, hoping that we do damage. Oh, that was so close to a critical, but we don't complain. So we do the hit location, or we wound the hit location. We remove 1 AI card. We put the Basolidated hit location on top of the monster's hit location deck. And we go for the next one. Oh, I forgot of something really cool, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Why is it not showing up? Oh, it is showing up. Let me count exactly how many hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 cards? What? Okay, so I need to do 10 wounds, which means 10, and I did wound 2. So look at that. Okay. Now we do fleshy body again. Oh, it's a critical hit! Oh my god, amazing. This is a good start. You cover Hank from the monster's body, gain 1 random monster resources. Draw here. Top card here. It's a Crimson Bone. And that is for Ursa. No effect to the Crimson Bone whatsoever. Anything else? The monster gains -1 movement token. We're going to apply this here. So 5 movement for the monster. This goes away, and we deal 1 more damage. So that's another wound. Amazing! I think that is all the survivors' turns. I think nothing is left, I believe. So, okay, we are gonna go for the monster's turn. Please don't be the repeat attack. I hate the repeat attack. It's so crazy. It is not. Cool. Mocking Bite. Closest threat facing in range. So he's gonna attack Zachary again. He's gonna be a speed 2, accuracy 3. And he's not terrified, so he's safe, actually. That's a 3 and a 9. And we don't have evasion, so that is 2 hits. That's leg and hand. And that is 1 damage each, right? Yes, it is. So Zachary, legs, hands. And I forgot to restart Lucy there. So Mocking Bite is discarded. Everyone is safe. This is so far really good 2 rounds. We are gonna use Zachary to roll on the survivor's corpse. He doesn't have Founding Stone, so he doesn't have a lot of attack power. That is a 2. That is so disappointing. We discard this, and he gets +1 insanity. Yes, 1 insanity. It's not terrible, but it's not the best. So he's gonna move 2, 3, 4, just in case that the monster starts rolling. Maybe actually here, so that if it's necessary that he attacks, he's somewhere close. We are gonna have Lucy. You know what? Lucy is gonna attack with Fist and Tooth because otherwise she's losing the round. Anyway, that's 2 misses, I think. So for Fist and Tooth, she needs a 7, which she needs a 7. But that also means she needs a 6, but I only rolled a 5 as the highest. So she goes, picks up the Founding Stone. Now we have it again, and that is her turn. Now it's going to be Ursa. Ursa has been really good so far. That's a 2 and a 5. That is a hit with the Founding Stone. Oh, I'm an idiot. This is an automatic failure now. You know what? We're going to revert that. I forgot that I had that there. The turn is going to be from Stacker. Stacker is going to attack now. That's a 7 and a 5. That's 1 hit. You strike the monster's pride and joy. Gains 6 strength to wound this location. So a 2 would do a hit in here. That is a 5. Whoop. Here, that is 5. So we do damage. Another wound, another card gone. And yes, this goes to the discard of the vacillated hit locations. Okay, now it's Ursa's turn. I apologize for this small stupid move. Okay, one of the die got caught. Was a 7, kinda. That is 2 misses, 3 and 2. Whoop. There we go. So 2 misses, 3 and 2. She's gonna stay there, I believe. And that is the whole round. She didn't move. Maybe she could move just in case. Yeah, she's gonna move. Let's see if the monster gets here. I'm thinking about the card that is a repeat, that it does a swirl attack. So I'm gonna try to avoid that. She's gonna move 2 spaces behind. Because then if he attacks her, she only attacks her. If he attacks him, he only attacks him. I think that is good enough. So yeah, let's draw the monsters AI. What do you have? Vampire Bite. Oh, we don't like that. Last threat to attack. Well, technically Ursa is the one that attacked last. So he's gonna go to her. She didn't wound, but she did attack. So this is correct. Vampire Bite, speed 2, accuracy 3, damage 2. That's a lot of damage. Ooh, nice. That is beautiful. We are gonna dodge this. So one is a miss, and the other one we're gonna dodge because I don't want to take the after damage effect. That is Ursa. She's gonna lose 1 survival, and that's it. That's the whole monster's turn. It's really good if you ask me. Now we move with the Zachary to the back of the monster. Founding Stone attack. Zachary. He would need a 6 to be able to do damage, but now he needs a 5 because we are in the blind spot. That means only 1 hit location is drawn. And this is dangerous. So we cannot fail this. 7, that is damage. Oh yeah. Another wound. This is going really, really well. If my math is mathing, we only need to do 4 more damage to kill the monster. Why does it say 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I did count wrong. So we need to remove 1 card. Good. So 4 out of 9. We're in a good place. This could be over this round if I'm being a bit optimistic. But it could, actually. So Zachary stays there. Now it's going to be Ursa because she's already there. That's 2 fours, that's 2 misses. So we're going to do Lucy now. Lucy also goes with the Founding Stone. Oh, that's a perfect hit and a 1. So, whoops. So we draw the perfect hit. No consequences, so I'm not going to think much about it. That's a 9. Oh, so close to a crit again. But the good part is that's a wound. So Vampire Bite is gone. So the monster has only 2 cards now in the AI deck, Mocking Bite and 21,000 Newton Bite. We're gonna attack with Alistair, or is it too greedy to attack with Alistair now? No, I think it's fine. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna attack with Alistair now. He needs a 7 to be able to hit. It's 2 6s and I'm not in the blind spot. That's unlucky. Anyway, it's better to miss than to hit and not wound. So this is good. We're missing the AI deck. It's only 2 cards. I already lost count. I was gonna roll a dice to see what we rolled first, but I already lost count of which card was what. So now it's the monster's turn again, and we get 21,000 Newton by, which is not great actually. I didn't think about it very well, but he's gonna attack both survivors at the same time. It's a synchronous attack, so he rolled for 1 for both of them. Oh my god, that is horrible. So a 9 and a 10. We roll first for the body parts of Ursa, or is it the body parts the same roll? Let's see. Let's go to the rules of synchronized attack. Standard chess rules. I don't remember where the rules for the synchronized attacks were. Does anyone that is watching remembers? Wonder. Some crocodile. We've seen it at some point. And all I care about right now is if I need to roll for both of them. Only here, new core rule, synchronized attack. They are powerful actions to simultaneously affect all survivors in a zone. The monster controls the time in a zone, noting all survivors that are within it, and makes a single set of attack rolls. Apply the roll results of the attack rolls to all survivors within the zone. A survivor evasion, dodge, block, deflect, and gear apply to the survivor only when determining hits. After hits are determined, the monster selects the hit survivor and resolves the rest of the attack. Rolling hit location down, dice dealing damage, and triggering effects before moving to the next hit survivor. Okay, so we roll separately for the body parts of each survivor. Let's see. I say this was for Ursa. Yeah, I think I said Ursa. I'm not sure. Ursa is the one without any survival anyway. And that is 1 damage because they are not terrified. So it's 1 damage to the feet and 1 damage to the chest. And that is good. And now is Lucy. We should be quite safe in here. Oh, that's amazing. So 1 damage to the waist. I'm still with the selected character, am I not? Yes. 1 damage to the waist. 1 damage to the hands. And we are good to go. That's awesome. So again, the next attack is Smoking Bite. It's not terrible, so we're in a really good place. How do we start? I'm gonna start, but something that I forgot is to be checking. Nobody suffered brain damage. Did you suffer damage? You suffered damage twice. So yeah, I need to advance the philosophies when damage is happening. Zachary got damaged twice, so I advanced his philosophy. But nobody suffered brain trauma or brain damage. Okay, so speaking of which, let's try to trigger some brain damage. So Alistair is gonna attack with 2 dice. Whoops, that's 1. That's 2. That's 2 hits. That's 2 hits that have +1 luck. Ooh, and that is 2 vacillated hit locations. That ain't great. But let's see. Alistair needs 5 to be able to wound, or 9 to be able to crit. 9 to be able to crit, and none of them have critical. Fuck you guys. So, I didn't even think about which one to do first. I'm gonna do this one first. That is technically cheating. But yeah, so we get the damage. So now the monster only has 21,000 Newton byte. We draw the consolidated hit location, so the monster can only be hit from the left side right now, or actually wounded. That means one more wound. And we roll for this guy. That's a 5, so we do the damage. So he's one hit away of death, or one wound away of death. And I hope the animation, now comes a really cool animation if everything is working correctly. We'll see. Anyway, so that was Alistair. Alistair now is going to move away, just in case. Who is going to go next? Who wants the killing blow? We're going to give it to Zachary. Zachary is going to get the killing blow, hopefully. Ooh, that roll away. It's a perfect hit. It was a perfect hit. We're going to roll it again because I want to roll on camera. That is double force, then he misses. So he's going to move out of the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She couldn't reach the back of the monster. What she's going to do, she's going to stay there. She's going to, so now is Lucy attacking with 2 dice. Ooh, that's a perfect hit and a 6. So both, if you check out the stat, both are hits. Oh, shit. I forgot again about the consolidated hit location. She should have moved here to make the attack. We are gonna do it. So, this is it, probably. Unless I reach, I'm gonna attack this first, and unless I get a 1, this is hit, or this is a wound. I believe. Well, 5 is well over a wound, so the monster is death. You didn't see the animation because I was covering it with cars. Let's see if I can restart it. Dead! There we go. That is awesome. So, yeah. Then we go to complete showdown, advance, and return here. And now we should see, yeah. There was an error there, I think. Something happened. I don't know what. I will have to check the recording and fix the bug. But that was the best possible fight I could have. Maybe another monster resource or something like that, but in general, that was really, really good. So now we're gonna do first Crimson Day. I need to fix the lighting, maybe. But yes, this is the first thing that happens. Let's see. Arc settlements begin with a flurry of activity. Use an arc settlement record sheet. Begin with the first settlement event after the Crimson Crocodile Prologue, first Crimson Day. The story continues when they find Dreamless Respire, share their first meal, and seal their fate with Extinguished Guidepost. This is something that I will add to the stream later on, but we cannot have it right now. So we are gonna actually move everything away, put this here, and actually I need to get the resources first. So the Crimson Bone is a resource I got from the critical wound. Then let's add another 4 resources, another 4 resources from the monster. 1, whoops, 1, okay. 3, 4. And then it's 4 from the monster. 4 from the monster, 4 from the basic deck. I really wanted to get the skull on the roll for the Survivor's Corpse. That is so good. That is the only thing that could have been improved. Let's see. And that is the skull. No, low juice. Okay, so if we get a 10 right now in the roll for first Crimson Day, and I'm covering the camera again. If we get a 10 for the Crimson Day, that would mean that we get 14 survivors, and with love juice, we would trigger society principle. Anyway, that is the first. Now the second. Monster organ. Not too bad, not too bad. Perfect hide. It's not bad, but we need hide, like proper, regular, normal hide. And I think I'm gonna use that freaking question mark or unnamed monster resource I will use it as hide because I need to build some stuff. So let's go for some hide here. Ooh, the Eye of the Immortal. I think it's the first time I get it. I haven't played much with the Crimson Crocodile. Let's see. So we get a couple of hides from here too. Eye of the Immortal. That I think that is good. I don't remember why, but I think that is good. Anyway, so let's do a couple of things. First, we go to settlement. We add the locations. Where are locations? The progressions. Endeavors, collective locations here. So Crimson Crockery. And now you should see it. Yes, you see it on the left. That is amazing. So we have the Crimson Crockery. We have a bunch of resources. Yeah, let's see. Okay, let's move them away now that you have seen them. And let's start with the first Crimson Day. So the survivors trust their kill. Putting their backs to the bloodbath, they set off grimly, dragging the squelching hulk into the darkness. Drawn by soft glow, they approach a distant form. On a deep, instinctual level, they know this place is safe, and they make it their home. Yeah. Yes, fuck yes, you see critical, yes, you see critical. Oh yeah, okay, so basically, 10 unnamed survivors. The returning survivors archive the survivor's clothes, starting gear, and gain bloody clothes. This is fantastic. I really couldn't hope for something better there. So we're gonna go to storage, gear, starting gear. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, 3, 4. Okay. And now in the survivors, let's change the loadout right away because I'm gonna. Well, no, we are gonna probably change it soon. In the meantime, get the bloody clothes. Such a good piece of gear at the beginning of the game to get the bloody clothes. Whoops. Whoops. So I don't remember if I have the starting gear in alphabetical order or the start. No, it's right here. So these guys go there. And we get the bloody clothes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Amazing. In the meantime, I can put this founding stone back, which is the one that I archived before. And for now, that's it. Now we need to go to the stories. So, first Crimson Day is done. We put it on the side. We're not going to use it until next campaign. Which hopefully this campaign is going to last long. We're not going to die, like, Lantern near 10 or something, or 5 or whatever. We need to put the population to 14, which is so good. If we get a decent roll, during intimacy, we're going to reach both new life and society principles, which is crazy. Could be really, really nice to have. But yeah, one step at a time. So, timeline. Now we do Dreamless Respire, which is somewhere here. Simon and the Lions, Devour the White Lion, Dreamless Respire. Look at that, it's so beautiful. Nominate a survivor to gesture over the roar of snores. Let's see. I don't remember what this does. We're gonna say Alistair, because he doesn't have a founding stone. Why does everyone have one strength and one evasion? Oh, right. This is wrong. Version I was testing before, and I forgot that I was testing. I put the survival as the fittest right away because I was testing the setup. Anyway, doesn't matter. So, Dreamless Respire. Nominate a survivor to gesture over the roar of snores. That is gonna be Alistair. The survivors approach a mass of dreaming bodies, held aloft by a motionless giant. The snoring forms a dense roar that drowns all other sound. The nominated survivor's voice is swallowed by the din. The settlement gains the dreamless language innovation, but they find it ineffective for communication around the sphere of snores. They learn to communicate without the sound. The settlement gains the silent dialect innovation. So we're gonna add both innovations right now. Why do I have drums still? I was again testing. It's going away. So we have dreamless language and we have silent dialect. Okay. The nominated survivor gains +2 understanding. That is nice. Let's give him the 2 understanding. Other understanding. Search the innovation card for dreamless language and silent dialect, place them in play and record this on your settlement record sheet. That is already done. The survivors agree they must hand to leave. Add the Prologue monster Crimson Crocodile to your quarry list. I think it's already there. Yes. Dreamless language is innovation that sparks the creation of the innovation deck. That is already done. It's all handled by Scribe. Now, build the innovation deck. This already done. The settlement gathers around the giant guardian. Exhausted by nominated survivors nestles in overflowing rows of the encumbered creature. It remains still, enthusiastically motioning for the others to join. The survivor names their settlement's guardian the Dreamkeeper. Search the settlement location cards for the Dreamkeeper of Dreams, which we have right here. The Keeper of Dreams is the source of all innovations and further locations the settlement will develop. Huddled in the Dreamkeeper's robes, the sudden horror of existence is replaced by a spreading sense of calm. Under the droning strum of snores and sighs, they drift off into dreamless sleep. Remove any disorders. The nominated survivors gain the grounded ability. Remember what grounded does. Abilities. Does it mean he cannot get out? Maybe it does, actually. At any time, you may set your insanity to 0, 1, or 2. Limit once per lantern year. That is cool. Okay, so we have done Dreamless Respire. Let's make sure to add the settlement location, which is Keeper of Dreams. Beautiful. And we have the Crimson Crockery. Where is it? Where's the Crimson Crockery? Um, set it aside. Crimson Crockery. Fantastic. What else? I think now it's time for the next story, which is First Meal. Nominate the survivor to raise a drink. We're going to nominate the survivor that was the last to hit. I believe that was Lucy, right? That was Lucy. So, raise a drink. The settlement gathers for their first meal. The nominated survivor raises their hands to mark the settlement's unity with the sanguine sip. Communal consumption benefits the ARC survivors' collective cognition. Build the collective cognition rewards deck, which is right here. Ordering the number cards on the lowest value. If duplicate numbers appear, use only one of each value. Include the only CC monster reward cards for monsters in your campaign. Collective cognition flourishes based on the variety and challenge of defeated monsters. When a survivor is defeated, update the settlement victories section on the ARC settlement record sheet to determine changes to collective cognition. The survivors digest their feast, gain one collective cognition, which is already done. I think you can see it on the screen. Yes. Collective cognition imparts its first reward. Gain the CC reward marked with 1 on the back. Facets. Attain Tier 1 philosophies. When you attain philosophies, they become available in your campaign. Do I have the philosophies here? It might be in the box, actually. Yep, stupid me, they are in the box. So, I'll be right back, actually. I want to have them here. Or actually, they are not in the box. So they should be somewhere on my super messy table. Oh, look at that. They were already ready. Okay, let's see. Attain Tier 1 philosophies. When you attain philosophies, they become available in your campaign. Return to the first meal to build the starting philosophy deck. The survivors build a philosophy deck. Take 2 random Tier 1 philosophy. Why only 2? This is confusing. Attain Tier 1 philosophies. When you attain philosophies, they become available in your campaign. So we have the 4 level 1. We need to mix these and get 2 only. Take 2 random Tier 1 philosophies. So we're gonna get these 2. Survivalism and Dreamism. Okay. So we mix these 3. If there is no core philosophy or your campaign, include an additional Tier 1 philosophy, shuffle the cards, and place survivalism on top. Put the philosophy deck in play. Oh, that is annoying. Sorry, I did a mess in my table. I keep messing it up a little more, but it doesn't matter. So, the survivors share frantic reenactments of their tactics. Build a starting knowledge deck. Find Darkness 1, Despair 1, Fear 1, and Hunger. Oh, wait. I forgot a couple of things. I forgot that I should have, during the aftermath, Hunger to level 2. So we replace the old Hunger with the new Hunger. And where are my cards? There's so much to keep track of, and I don't have a good system yet. Oh, they're here. So I need to remove Hunger 1. So, yeah. If any of those advance to a higher level during the Prologue showdown, replace the card, so that's what we just did. The nominated survivor gains a random knowledge from the deck. They focus and ponder the darkness. Okay, so random philosophy, they get Despair 1. I was doing it to this to Lucy, right? Yes. Where is Lucy? She already has Despair, so okay, cool. So we put the knowledges there. And now ponder the darkness. With the sudden acceleration of culture, the nominated survivor sees the path unfolding before them. Surviving the darkness is paramount. They gain hunted XP up to their first milestone, 2 hunted XP, and adopt a philosophy. When the Ark survivors reaches their first hunted XP milestone, they adopt a new philosophy by drawing the top card from the philosophy deck. The nominated survivor adopts survivalism. Okay, so Lucy gets survivalism. She gets 100 speed. And by getting survivalism, we need to open the survivalism philosophy booklet. Do we have it here? Visionism, Meroism. No, I have it somewhere else. Where that somewhere else is beats me because I'm messy. Oh, they are right here. This guy here, we can put them from down here. And we get survivalism. Take a look at this. Ain't it beautiful? The camera is struggling to handle all that darkness. Okay, let's see if we can show it there, because usually they have beautiful art as well. So, survivalism. This is the art that comes in the booklet of the first survivalism milestone, which is just acquiring it. And here are the rules. You're alone. All that matters is your survival. Adapt to survive. Gain 1 Lumi, which we're gonna do. We roll a d10, and we see what happens. That's a 5. Your heart hardens to your fellow survivors as you imagine numerous scenarios in which you must choose yourself over them. A hard lump forms in your throat. You disgust yourself. You strike the ground harder and harder until the stone cracks beneath your bloody fist. Gain desperate strike knowledge. Cool. That is going to be survivalism. I don't think I have it at hand. These monsters' knowledges. So here is Desperate Strike. That is the philosophy, the knowledge that is going to be acquired by her. Which means that it goes to the knowledge deck. We're going to deal with that later. And that's pretty much it for this story. There's one more story to go to be able to deal with the scout. Let's wrap up this one to make sure that we're not missing anything, but we should be ready to go. Denominator survivalism, blah blah blah, turn to rank 1. During future settlement phases, survivors who reach new hunted XP milestone will adopt philosophies and advance others during the develop step. Okay, so oops, that's a problem. We put the collective cognition deck back into place. We move this guy here, and we go to the last story of the day. Extinguish Guidepost. Extinguished. What am I looking for? Here? Just outside the settlement, they gather to form a deadly pact. A death pact is formed. They will return with a kill, or not at all. Gain the death pact innovation and the outskirts settlement location. So let's do that right away. So we have the outskirts and we have the innovation, which was Death Pact. Replace a random basic hunt event card with the Scout basic hunt event card. I think I already have. We're gonna double check. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we have set the Ark Survivors hunt event and the Bone Eaters and this one too. So, an ill-omened stench spread through the settlement. Follow the smell. The survivors reached an extinguished guidepost. The foul wind moans through its darkened land. On the ground, the survivors find a waxy gray object. Its eye-watering smell prevents them from seeing it clearly. Gagging and weeping, they roll it in layers of cloth until its smell is merely repulsive. The survivors contrive a use for the dread pack. Nominate a survivor to accompany the hunting survivors. The dreaded burden is lifted on their shoulders. They are the scout, this lantern They feel a grim responsibility. So let's get a name for a scout. Should it be... What was the name of the first character that dies in Game of Thrones? That sounds like a good scout to have, right? I don't have my phone on me. Let's Google this. Why like that? Where's Chrome here? Chrome. Three survivor to die in Game of Thrones. And why I say survivor? This character to die in Game of Thrones is Waymar Royce. Oh no. Yes, Sir May say no. That's not the one I want. It's Will. I think it's Will. So we're gonna call the survivor Will. Survivors. Create new survivor. Name is gonna be male. Will. No parents. No attributes. Perfect. Cool. So now let's start with some. Oh no, we are not done. We are not done. We are not done. Now we need to roll for the table. Also, we're gonna mark him as the party as scout. Why? What? There we go. So we roll. That's a 9. The scout feels a new resolve and stands proud. They are the first to take up this mantle for the settlement. The scout gains +1 strength. That's it. I think that's it. So we're ready to actually start working on the settlement. Uh, let's spread out all our um, stuff. Okay, we're gonna go right away and do intimacy. This is massive. Do we have an intimacy specific? I think so, right? Let's see. Story events, intimacy 133. Look at that. Beautiful. So, nominate 2 consenting survivors to be parents and roll on the arc birth. I think I'm gonna create 2 survivors for these because I don't want some bullshit to happen to any of my survivors. So let's create a male. Morgana is such a good name to miss to a bad role in intimacy. Morgana. We create her. We are going to create a male. It's going to be the male one. And we are going to roll for intimacy. Okay, so intimacy roll. Oh my god, the suspense. Oh my god, that's no, no, no. No, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to cheat. Am I going to cheat? I'm going to cheat. Am I going to cheat? I don't know if I'm going to cheat. There is a way to roll for intimacy in a different. I'm gonna cheat. Fuck that shit, man. A 1? Come on. Oh, well, that's a 10. Okay. Fair is fair. We roll one last time. Oh, it got caught. It was an 8, but it got caught. It's an 8 again. I need to move it. Okay. That is fair, I think. Game +1 population. So we're gonna do that right away. +1. We are gonna call her Ova. Parents are Will and no, what Will? Will is not. Is Ameo and Morgana. And we create her. Boom. And now we get new life. Anyway, let's do this. Game +1 population, the parents decide to spend time alone with the newborn. None of them participates in any endeavor this year. The experience is wonderful, and the parents each gain +10 survival. I mean, its survival limit is low, so it doesn't matter. If the settlement has a grand feast, the newborn hunger shifts from food to knowledge and gains a knowledge from one of their parents. None of this happens, but we do get the +1 population. And more importantly, I get to show off something really, really cool. Now we have 2 milestones we need to process, right? Yes. So milestones and principles. So let's do first new life. And for this, I need the core book. Obviously, we are going to do survival of the fittest. There is no other birth principle. But yeah, I need to get the book out because I don't get to see what you see in the screen. PQR, new life. We're going to do without mercy. The toys are taken from the child and replaced with a cold stone face shard. Training begins immediately. The settlement gains the new life principle, survival of the fittest. Find and replace the card on the settlement board and not it on the settlement record sheet. After adding the cards to the settlement, roll 1d10. Ooh, there's a lot of glare going on there, no? Have to close my window because the sun is going crazy. That will be much better. As I was saying, we roll 1d10. That's a 2. The settlement celebrates with rowdy party, filled with tests of strength and triumph roaring. The parents gain each 1 permanent strength and 2 insanity, but they must skip the next hand to recover. Okay? What did we say? 1 strength and 2 insanity. One strength, 2 insanity. This is for Ameo. The same happens to Morgana. Where is she? 2 insanity, 1 strength. And now, this is the cool part. We go back to progression, to philosophies, no, to principles. And now we add the principle of survival of the fittest. And it's not reacting. Why? What is happening? Okay, I'm gonna have to reset this. Okay, something happened there. Why is my camera going nuts? So many technical issues today, guys. Oh, because I have another open window, probably. No, that made it even worse. Okay, I'm gonna take a moment to fix that. I'm sorry. Yep, that should work. I forgot to turn off the automatic white balance from the camera. That usually causes some issues. Anyway, now we're done with the principle of new life. Where was this? This goes here. This goes back to the box here for now. So, principle new life is done. Now we're going to do principle society. Let's see how that looks. So, principle society. There was Once a mad woman who spent her days talking to the darkness. One day, it spoke back. The group must choose collective toil or accept the darkness. I don't remember actually the different the benefits or drawbacks of each. We're gonna take a look. So accept the darkness right here. We have collective toil right here. So, tempted by darkness, a survivor nearly brought ruin to the settlement. On the day of her exile, the people decided that all must spend equal time hunting and working to avoid future disasters. -1 population, and add one witch to the settlement timeline 3 years from now. Collective toil. Collective toil can be good. Accept darkness too, but we're gonna go with collective toil. So society. Let's see if now it works. It does not work. Something is happening with my app. There should be a really cool animation when I choose a principle, but it's not happening. And I'm not going to debug it right now. Obviously, we're going to check out later why it's not happening. But yeah, this is a good setup. It did work today, though. So that is very strange that it's not working right now. If I do... Yeah, like the app is working. So I don't know why that is not. Anyway, so what is next? Collective toil, we keep this. I also need to get the other innovations that I got, which is survival of the fittest, and I think that's it actually. There we go. We put back the innovations in the fantastic box that I made. And what else? I think that's pretty much it. We're gonna put this on the side with collective toil. Actually, I could. Yeah, let's do it properly. Let's not rush through things. You are aware of the type of game this is. A very slow-paced game in this setting. So we have survival of the fittest now as our principle for new life, and collective toil for our society principle. Oh, did I roll for collective toil? I didn't roll. I didn't add the thing to the timeline. So we roll 1d10. That's a critical. 3 unknown survivors with ink-stained eyes drive a monster's corpse into the settlement. Upon seeing the united settlement, they offer the corpse as tribute and plead for their lives. Oh my god, this is awesome! Games that +3 population, 2 random white lion resources. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna do 2 random crimson crocodile resources because like we are not gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna take the white lion out of the box and everything. It's way too much. That's bone and that's bone. Okay. Not amazing, but not too bad. +3 population, survivors. No, this is in settlement. Population is only +2 because I lose 1 because of the bone witch. And 1 skull resource. We're gonna get skull right away. That's awesome. We're gonna use it to get a skull helm. And we add to year 4 story event Bone Witch. Okay, that is a really good start for a campaign. We have 2 principles unlocked in Lantern Year 1, a shit ton of resources for the first Lantern Year, And what else do we have? Yeah, I mean, now it's time to actually build stuff. So let's open up here. Let's get the Keeper of Dreams and the Crimson Crockery. We are going to start by getting the Skinnery right away. Super important. So that is one endeavor. For yeah, we're going to get the Skinnery and the Bonesmith, both of them. So 2 endeavors. And we get the Bonesmith, and we get the Skinnery. And is my app not reacting anymore? What is happening? Like some stuff is reacting, some are not reacting at all, and I don't understand why. Oh, I see now. The reason is that the Scribe disconnected, or not Scribe, my app actually disconnected. But we're good. Okay. So now we have all these settlement locations. We are gonna get them in our table. So we get the outskirts, we get the bonesmith, we get the skinnery. And I would like to add them as an overlay as well, but it's not going to be possible yet. So my instinct is to spend as much hide as I can. The love juice is gone actually. I would like to spend hide, enough hide to build the start of the rawhide set. And I think that even though, let's say the crimson thing, what is it used for? It's for the crimson dress. And I think that's the only thing. I'm gonna, this is wrong. What I'm doing is blatantly wrong. But I'm gonna use these 3 pieces of hide to craft the rawhide starter set, which is the headband, the chest, and is it the hands? Maybe it's the hands. So let's go there. Let's get to the skinnery. Yeah, it's the rawhide headband, the rawhide gloves, and the vest. I know this is wrong. I know I shouldn't be doing this, but I like it this way. We are gonna decide later who we give that to. For now, we remove these resources from here. Okay. What else do we have? The Eye of Immortal is pretty good, right? Crocodile Eyes. Let's see what that is. From the crockery, Perseum crockery. Gain plus strength if you have no foresight. Whoa, that is really good actually. Like +1 strength right now. That can be good. And it's gonna be even more powerful the more time it goes. The question is, do I want to build that Do I have more organs? I don't think so. I don't have any other organ. If I had two regular monster organs, I would use them. Yeah, if I had one more regular monster organ, I would actually get um, the monster grease, which I think is two monster organs, right? Where did I leave the? Look here. Monster grease is two organs. We're not gonna do that. Not using the Eye of Immortals. So actually, we are gonna get we're gonna get the crocodile eyes. It's gonna be annoying to keep track of that, but we're gonna try. So that means these two guys are gone. I hope I got impermanism somewhere. Oh, the skull. The skull goes away right away to get the skull helm. Right? Yes. One skull. Anything else that I can do now? I should build a couple of weapons with bones, although the bones that I have are specifically from the Crimson Crocodile. Now, I believe the crocodile doesn't have any hit location that is super dense, so frail weapons shouldn't be much of an issue. Now, let's see. Let's bring up the weapons. Let's take a look at the Bone Smith. And let's try to decide what we do with this. So the bone axe is strong, but is one bone and one organ, and we don't have organ right now. So we could get the bone blade. We're gonna get one bone blade, one bone darts, and I think that's gonna be it. Yeah, we're gonna do one bone blade and one bone darts, and that should be two bones in total. They're both frail, which could be scary, but yeah, we are getting these two. And we're gonna use, let's see, should I use two crimson bones on one, or one bone and one glass? Or actually, can I, maybe, instead, I can build a crimson crockery weapon. Let's take a look. So the dagger is already there. Is basically one pane glass. Crockery. So it's a 3 speed, 3 strength. Yeah, I mean, it's tricky. If I do get a parry or super dense location, it loses the strength, but it doesn't break. That is much better than a blade. It's much better than the regular bone dagger. Let's see if there is any other that I can craft. Crimson bone and a bone, but all of them are honed, right? Well, not the croakbone hammer. Yeah, it is. No, it's not. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with the blade and the darts, and we are gonna use two crimson bones. I don't know if I'm gonna be using the crimson armor set. I don't know if I like it a lot. We'll see. But right now I'm gonna focus on the start, and I think this is gonna be good. as it is right now. We don't have a lot of leftovers, which is good. We need to use our stuff. So yeah, let's put things aside and prepare for the hunt. This is so long. It takes so freaking long. What time is it already? It's 12:13. So 2 hours has it been? Yes. Let's move this guys away. And let's decide a little bit. So we're gonna have one that is gonna be a tank. Like this. Then a different one is gonna have a skull helm, and that one is gonna have the bone blade, and then one is gonna have the bone darts. And I think that the guy that has the bone blade is gonna have also the crocodiles thing. Crocodile eyes. Okay. Let's do all of this in Scribe, storage, Crimson Crocodile. From the crocodile, I only have the crocodile eyes. Here, crocodile eyes, one. Then from the bonesmith, we have a bone blade, bone darts, and skull helm. Then from the skinnery, we have the rawhide gloves, head, and vest. I think that's it. Now let's prepare the departing survivors. We're gonna have the same party going out, plus the scout. Beautiful. Oh, like the scout symbol is so bad. Yeah, there it is, better. I need to fix that bug. What else am I thinking of? I need to prepare the loadouts. So we get starting gear, bloody cloth, bonesmith, bone darts. Then we go to Ursa. Ursa is gonna have the starting gear, bloody cloth. Whoops, we're gonna move this here. Then we get the rawhide setting here, select, whoops. Scenery, rawhide headband, scenery, rawhide vest, scenery, rawhide gloves. She's ready. Then we have Lucy. Lucy gets a bloody cloth here. Skull helm. Funding stone, bone blade. Actually, we're gonna give the funding stone to the scout just in case. So here is a bone blade instead. Then Zachary, he just changes the bloody clothes. And the scout gets, whoops, why is it not marked as, oh, it's a male. Departing, I was in the wrong list. I hope everything was correct, but loadout, starting gear, founding stone. Amazing. Let's see now if I choose wheel. No, we are not in fight phase still. So I think we're ready to start a hunt. I have 2 endeavors left. I should work on them. I have a couple of things that I think I could do. Let's see. For the bonesmith and the we have a couple of options, but not all of them are good. I could do the organ grinder. That would be okay if I have extra. Leather worker is a no. Bonesmith, weapon crafter is a no. So I think that yes. So we're gonna get the organ grinder, settlement, organ grinder, which means that I remove 1 from here. And another thing that I'm gonna get is the strange resource of a hollow stone. Storage, strange, hollow stone. Fantastic. So now we have used all our resources, including the endeavors. We are gonna save all of these in the storage, which is from basic. We get the perfect hide. That is fantastic. And from the crockery, we get vein glass, and we get flat vein. That's it. Let's put them back in the correct index. And we're ready to go. So we're gonna select the monster, which is gonna be Crimson Crocodile level 1. That is updated. I should remove the dice here so you can see the stats. And I think we are ready for the party. So let's prepare the table. There we go. Oh, it doesn't fit properly. That's by a pinch. We're gonna make it fit. Don't say anything, guys. Anyway, why are you not moving? Good. As I say, it's fitting. Now, let's go to the crockeries event. Smoke Singer, Crimson Crocodile. So let's prepare the hand events for him. I'm starting to starve. So we need. Why am I mixing it with indomitable resources? That's bad. There we go. There we go. Are these the correct ones? It does look like it. So let's give it a good shuffle. Boom, 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 boom. So I think we're ready to go. We need the second. We need the last before overwhelming darkness. Wait. But one left on the table that I need to to do. So we have number 2, number 1 before overwhelming. We have the first after the overwhelming, and I'm not gonna put the rest because we're not gonna need them. If we reach overwhelming darkness level 1, we are already fucked. Now we need regular. Are these 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12. Yeah. So we're gonna. So you're gonna wonder why I have this. Having all the same color is because I basically in some sleeves I put 2 cards. Otherwise the below of it would be different, but or the back side of it. You can still tell a little bit, but you can tell less. So you're not as prepared, but you can still kind of see. It's a bit annoying. So 1, 2, 3, and yeah, we can just add it just in case. Now the monster is here. Yes, the monster is there. So we're ready to depart. Fantastic. Everything is good. Let me double check the screen. Good. Now, for everyone that has it bloody close, I need to manually change their armor. We're gonna do it to the head for everyone because except for Lucy that has a skull helm, we're gonna do it in the body for her. Zachary is on the head. And this is gonna be a scary fight because the monster is a tiny bit stronger, but it's stronger enough that it can be dangerous, right? And we are not yet in a place where we have a lot of tools to work with that. So let's mix. Oh no, we don't need to prepare this yet. We need to prepare this after we are done with the hand. So let's start with the hand. Survivors, we already departed. Yeah, so we are gonna start in the order that the survivors have on Scribe. Oh, I forgot the miniature for the scout. It should be here. Yep. So is 5 of them going around. So let's start with the first. It's a random hunt event. Yellow is the decimal. Black is the unit. So that's a 6. The other one got stuck. That's a 46. Let's do 40. 1, 2, 3. Whoops. Let's see if it works. Oh yeah. So now you can see what I see in my book, so you don't have to wonder. So let's go 46. River. The survivors come to the edge of the river of blood. How fitting! How fitting could it be? Non-insane survivors suffer one brain event at the sight of it. That is annoying. Do we have any insane survivor actually? We don't. So okay, let's go one by one. That's one insanity for Alistair, which ups darkness by 1. Then Ersa, insanity. Then Lucy, insanity. And then Zachary, insanity. And then we have a problem because Will was already with the insanity low. Was Will our scout? He should have, yes, he's. If no survivors, okay. The survivors must investigate in order to pick up their quarry's trail. Each survivor rolls 1d10. Oh my god, are you serious? Are you fucking serious? Um, so let's do one by one. Alistair, that's a 5. Your query has defeated suffer 1. What? This is insanity. Okay, so one damage to a random hit location. That is crazy to start like that. And what is this? Um, no. Whoop. Okay, the chest. This is so bad. I have never encountered this before. Next one. This is for who is second? Ursa. Ursa gets an 8. You realize that the Blood River is filled with the bloated corpses of unrecognizable monsters. You feel compelled to fish them out. Gain 1 random resource. This resource is for Ursa. Whoa, holy shit. That is amazing. Okay. I will stop complaining about this event. If you were wearing heavy gear, you fall in the swallow blood and soft bloated monster beasts reduce your survival to 1. But I'm not carrying heavy gear. So next one, this is gonna be for Lucy. Please suffer 1 event damage to a random hit location on the waist. And then we have Zachary, 5 random hit location, the chest. This was quite bad. Now we have Will. Whoa! You successfully find the monster's trail. So if no survivor success find the monster's trail, roll again on the hand table before moving. So we don't need to actually roll again on the table. We are safe of that. We are gonna remove that from the screen. Whoops. Then we get the monsters hunt event. Lady in the Blood Lake. A woman rises from the lake of blood. She makes an offer. In exchange for an eye, she will tell you a story. The group may nominate a survivor to suffer the blind severe head injury. We are gonna nominate Will. Will, fuck you. Let's mark him up. If they do, the woman deftly plucks the eye out of its socket, punctuated by the crunch of gristle. She mumbles the tale of a brave people who defeated a story eater. As the survivors listen, their blood pressure accelerates. Survivors with any bleeding token gains +1 accuracy token and another bleeding token. We don't have any. If the event reveal is not deft, they may spend 1 survival to memorize the story. If they do, gain the lantern ear. Whoa, the intern lantern innovation? Whoa! Yeah, that was a fantastic sacrifice, to be honest. So, I think it's impairments. Or, no, severe injury. Blind. Which I think is like, okay, -1 permanent accuracy is not that bad. A survivor with 2 suffer from. Okay. And we gain 1 bleeding token, which means that he gains 1 accuracy and 1 bleeding token. Yes, okay. So he's in 2 bleeding tokens. This is not great, but he has a accuracy, a regular accuracy now. But more importantly, gain the inner lantern innovation. Okay, that's amazing. I don't even remember what inner lantern does. We're gonna fish it out right away. to be able to remember. Inner Lantern. Oh, we got Surge. We got Surge. The settlement finds the light within. All survivors gain the Surge survival action. This is absolutely crazy. We're gonna put this on the side for now. So that was the second. So now the event revealer is gonna be Lucy. So we turn. Lucy goes for the roll. Whoops. I also, so one got stuck, but I also didn't say what was the which were the dice colors. So the black one is the unit. The other one is the decimal. So it's 32. 32. Mm, move this so you can read. 32. Sudden madness. The event revealer is devastated by a piercing cacophony in their head. Roll 1d10. If the result is less than or equal to the current insanity, they go mad. I don't think she has much insanity. 4. And she has insanity 1, so we're fine. Mm, if the event revealer has crazy fighting art and they gain insight from the ordeal, okay, we are good. Nothing happened. And now it's time for the monster. So we remove the hunt events, put them back in the settlement box, which is not as good as it was promised. We put these guys here with the monster. These are the other ones. Okay, it's looking good. It was a bit annoying how everything started, but now we're good, I believe. Let's shuffle hit location deck. Let's remove this from the table. And let's set up the showdown for the Crimson Crocodile. Let's see. There once was a beast whose heart swallowed with delight. It wanted nothing more than to rebel with others. Yet, try as it might, it found no one else who mirrored its mirth. It learned to share the joy in its heart with the twirl of its fingers. Okay, we need the blood terrain in the center. One survivor's corpse terrain card, which we already have set up normally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I think one random. One that random terrain card. I need access to my terrains. Disorder, basic, terrain deck. Let's see what we got. Hopefully, monster debris would be really nice, or anything that give us more resources would be really nice. But let's see. Wow, I'm a magician. Now I need to find it. We have it here. I don't remember. Set up just adjacent to any board's edge. We're gonna have it here. That could be insane. Imagine getting the scrap sword Lanternier 2, or is it no? It's Lanternier 1 technically. So yeah, here's the debris. We're gonna be able to roll in there eventually. That is the right setup for the terrain. Missing something else. Yes, we are missing the deck. So we need to separate. We're not going to have legendaries, Immortal Presence, Adrenaline Adept, and Enchanted Flesh. Those are ready. Then we're going to need the advanced and the basic cards on the side. Advanced, basic, advanced, basic. And now we need, from the basic deck, we need 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That goes to the side. Oops. Then from the advanced, 1, 2, 3, I believe. Yes, 3. So these cards go back to the monsters box. We give it a good mix. I need to mix the Enchanted Flesh as well. I think we're ready to fight, actually. This is going to be really, really scary. We come with quite some damage from the first hunt event. It wasn't terrible. We got the perfect organ out of that. But it's not great to start the Lanternier. Whoops. It's not great to start Lanternier 1 fight with survivors in a really bad position. And everyone is in a really bad position because everyone has low insanity. Oh, now I realize I should have gotten stone faces for this fight. That was my mistake. We're gonna have them hopefully next Lanternier, but yeah, we'll see. So now we have this guy here, we have this guy here, we have the terrains on the side right here. I'm gonna move that box so it doesn't annoy me. I think we're good to go, actually. One thing that I want to check before we start is the actual rules for the Crimson. No, for the what is the name? For the flesh thing, Enchanted Flesh. Where is the Prologue? Recurrent story. People of the Dreamkeeper. New core rules. It says here where to find it. Oh no, it says here. When the monster is wounded, its blood hardens into. Your shot and setup shuffle a correlated hit location. When instructed to draw at the bottom of the stack face down. What I don't know is what happens when you hit it. Does it go into the discard pile or does it go into a separate discard? I don't know that. I need to research. I'm gonna keep playing as I normally do. Let's see if it explains here. Correlated hit location. When it's wounded, its blood. When a survivor attempts to wound the correlated hit location, it is at the automatic failure unless they target a weak point. The blue spaces correspond to the blip. After a survivor selects a hit location to resolve, they can target a weak point if it is within the reach of their attack weapon, and an imaginary line can be drawn from the survivor vest to the center of the selected space without being interrupted. Lucy attacks the monster. She can only draw a line across, passing through the monster. Okay. So, yeah, I don't know what happens when we do damage to it. It might be that it stays in the hit location because it doesn't say it goes away. So it might stay in the hit location deck. We can play like that right now. I'm not sure, to be honest. Let's remove the innovations. Let's set up the characters. We are gonna have green Ursa as the tank. We are gonna have the scout here. This guy has, well, actually, why not having this guy here and this guy here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. And we're going to have the scout as far away as we can from what I believe the monster is going to be doing. Then we go somewhere here and somewhere here, and we're going to try to bring the monster to this side of the table. So that, yeah, everything is concealed in a good place. Now, are we ready? Apply arrival bonuses. So now we should be in the showdown phase. It's the final showdown of the day, actually. We are gonna kill this guy. We are gonna go back to the settlement and we're gonna leave it there. Probably read the stories that are necessary, but that will be pretty much it. So, let's start. AI from the monsters deck. Whoa, the tail whip right away. Closest threat, everyone. Yeah, he's gonna go for Ursa right away. Ursa has, oh, I forgot to add a couple of things. But Ursa has 2 evasion right now. So let's roll. So the monster needs a 5 to be able to hit. Hopefully it's not gonna hit any. One got caught. So that's a 2 and an 8. I'm gonna use survival with Ursa to escape the second one. What is my limit? Survival limit is 2 now. So yeah, basically, the monster turns around to the attack, and yeah, that's it. Let's do some stuff. Ursa is gonna roll on the monster debris. That's a 2. That's horrible. Find nothing. That's it. Such a good card lost to the void with nothing. Oh wait. We have a couple of things. Ursa had Insanity 0. We have to go back actually. So we have a couple of issues right now. Many survivors have Insanity 0, which means, does the monster give you +1 Insanity on arrival? I don't think so. Because if they are with Insanity 0, then they are guardless, which is horrible. Third on setup, blood, place the survivors 5 spaces away. Yeah, there's no insanity in this fight at the start. So the one that is gonna have to eat the first attack is gonna be Alistair. So Alistair is gonna be the guy that has survival 0. Ursa is back to normal, and we are gonna put the terrified card into the respective characters. So Ursa is terrified. What? Zachary is terrified, and the scout is terrified. So basically, we need to rush to get in there. How do we do this? We are going to start. The first thing that we're going to do is try to get insanity for those who don't have it. So Ursa, 2, 4, 5. She's going to roll on the blood pool. That's a 3 +1 insanity. That is good. That's what we need. I still need to collect myself. We are going to do the same with Zachary. That's an 8. It could be more insanity, but this is monster level 1, so he stays in the same level of insanity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, the scout doesn't manage to get there because the monster is in the middle. So let's collect the. We did the monster. Oh no, we couldn't have done the monster debris. Doesn't matter. We do the survivor's corpse now with Alistair. That's a 2. Gain insanity. Cool. Thank you. We are gonna need it. And the survivor corpse is gone. Those are 2 really bad rolls for 2 really good terrains. But yeah, now I think Lucy could go and attack actually. Yeah. So she's gonna attack with the Founding Stone. That's a 4 and a 1. Both are misses. So that's that's a round. That was really bad. Hopefully it improves. Okay. Closest threat facing. Wait. Again? That is annoying. So he's gonna go here and do a tail whip. She's gonna attack both of Lucy and Alistair with a synchronous attack. Two of 2. Really? That's 2 hits, exact hits, which is very annoying. Oh, look at that. Who is this? Lucy. Lucy has survivalism, which means that she has 2 tokens for 2 survival tokens. So Lucy is gonna dodge one of those. Well, let's step by step. Now let's roll Lucy's hit location. The head twice. Lucy is really good on the head. I apologize for my wording. Lucy is really good in her protection for the head. Anyway, we have that. What else? Then we need to do Zachary. That's waist and legs. Waist and legs. We are really good, actually. I thought this would be much worse. So now, the scout. So Will, Zachary, and Lucy are gonna use their action to become. No, wait. The scout cannot do that. Zachary and Lucy are not gonna be terrified anymore. The scout still needs to go and drink some blood. That's a 5 for insanity for the guy. And next turn, he will be able to be not terrified anymore. Okay, we're in a good place. Let's start with Lucy. No, that is not Lucy. Is it Lucy? Yeah, that is Lucy. Lucy is gonna attack with the Founding Stone. That's a perfect hit and an 8. And I think she has something on perfect hits. On perfect hit, gain progress. Desperate Strike 2. We will deal with that later, but basically, your inspiration becomes your strength. In a perfect hit, gain +2 strength until the end of the attack. So that's really good. That's 2 hits with +2 strength. Okay. We are gonna do Winkle Gums first because the chances of missing or failing are really low. I wound with what is happening here? Lucy, I wound with the 4. I wound with the 2 actually. That was an 8. I'm gonna roll it here. That's a 6. So that's 1 wound. Let's count the cards. That is 10, so it should be 11. What else? That is 1 wound. We roll again. The reflex is gonna be tricky. Oh, that I'm gonna do it. This is a critical. It rolled off screen, but I'm gonna get the critical. So critical wound. I should read it. We did here. Critical wound. You rupture a poison brewing gland within the monster's tail. It gains -1 toughness token as poison spreads through its body. Gain 1 random resource, and it affects some stuff. So it's really good that it has a -1 toughness. It's gonna help a lot. So monster resources. Gain a random one. Crimson Fiend again. Oh yeah, that is what I sacrificed before to use a side. That is gonna be also. Is it for Lucy here? Blue. So that is another one. And -1 toughness, which we are going to apply here. So I think that is good. Just going to move away, just in case the monster does this dance of, turning around and whatnot. Zachary is going to throw some darts. His speed 1, accuracy 7, so he hits on a 6, I guess. Hits on a 7. Whoops. That's an 8, but it was stuck. Whoa, that's a perfect hit. Oh, yeah. So, nothing interesting. Oh, he could set his insanity to 2. I didn't remember that. So, that's a perfect hit. Nothing happens on a perfect hit for him. That's a consolidated hit location. He needs a 3 to do damage, actually. 1 strength plus. Yep. Oh, I forgot to put him. So that's a 4. So that's damage. That's a wound to the monster. That's a wound moving here. And that's also coagulated hit location. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are gonna drink blood again with Alistair. Oh no, they already acted. They're done. Yeah. So now it's the monster's turn again. Ooh. Survivor that last suffered damage. Who suffered damage? I think Zachary fits the description. Survivor that last suffered damage. Move and intimidate target. If adjacent to the monsters, it's red, blah blah blah, seeing you. The person rushes at you, you are knocked down and suffer brain damage. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no roll. He suffers 1 brain damage, which we are gonna apply right away. And that's pretty much it for the monster. Now it's gonna be the scout is gonna remove terrified and it's gonna run away. 2, 4, 5. As far away of the fight as he possibly can. Then we're gonna have 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we're gonna start by moving Alistair. That's 3, 4, 5. Moving him away, throwing some darts. That's a miss. Okay. Then we are gonna. The monster might roll. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That is Zachary. Zachary is gonna go with the Founding Stone. That's a 5 and a 2. I think those are both misses. Founding Stone with Zachary. It's yeah. So I need a 6. Now it's gonna be. I believe that is Ursa. She is also an attack with the Founding Stone. Oh shit! Nope, she's not there. She's there. That's a 4 and a 3. Those are 2 misses as well. And the last one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Please don't jump back. Please don't jump back. She's gonna attack with the. We're talking about Lucy now. She's gonna attack with the Bone Blade. That's a 6 and a 9. That is nice. So with the 6 and the 9, she's gonna draw. Oh shit! Okay, so one is an automatic failure because it was the Vasolidated hit location. He's gonna perform a basic action against me right away. I don't know if I get to do something before. I will assume not. So basically, it will perform a basic action against me. Basic action means that it could go for a terrified target, but there is none. Instead, yeah, he just attacks with speed 2. That's he needs accuracy 3, so that is 1 miss. I cannot avoid this because I am attacking, so I get damage in my hands. That is so annoying. But I think we are safe. Yes. Okay, we are safe. Now we really need to do damage here. I'm gonna put the correlated hit location here, just in case. Blushing, bulging neck. What do I need? We need Bone Blade. We need a 3-1. I'm gonna check in the screen to see if you see the same number as I see. 1, 3, yes. Okay, so the calculations are working correctly. That could have been a critical hit. God damn it! We're not gonna complain. We're gonna do the wound. And we need to draw a correlated hit location. Put it there. And that is the end of the round. So now it's a monster's turn again. We are way too many people in front of his face. This is boiling blood. When it comes into play, draw AI. The monster's blood begins to superhit, steering everything nearby into a regel. When a survivor wounds the monster, they gain the priority target token and suffer the brain trauma. When a survivor suffers brain trauma, discard boiling blood. Whoa. Okay. We need someone with no survival. So Alistair is gonna try to damage first. Oh, I need to draw another. Yeah, wait. Immortal's Roar. All non-death survivors, no target finger strum. Intimidate all targets. Each survivor. Well, this is bad. So, each survivor rolls a d10. If the result is 4 plus and higher than their courage, they suffer knockback 5 and brain damage. Before this happens, Alistair sets his insanity to 2. We really need that. We're going to start with Alistair. That's a 4. He suffers 1 brain damage, which means he also progresses in the darkness. Then we're going to go for Ursa. Ursa suffers 1 brain damage and therefore becomes terrified. Then it is Lucy. That's a 2. She doesn't get damage. This is Zachary. That's a 4. Insanity and terrified. Zachary. And last but not least, Will. That's a 3. He doesn't get terrified. That is fantastic. We are not terrible. This could be much, much worse. But yeah, we're gonna have to start with her going to the center, drinking blood. He gets that's green. Oops, he gets insanity. She needs to recover still. Then she's gonna go here, roll 1d10. That's an 8. And 9. No, it's an 8 because she's not in the center. Plus 1 insanity as well. Oh no, Zachary is the one that has to go. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a 9. Good. Zachary, insanity plus 1. And I think that's it for that side. Now, Lucy, who is blue, is going to attack with the Bone Blade. That's a 4 and a 7. I think this is only 1 hit, if I'm not crazy. Yes, it's 1 hit. She did move here. Failure. We're not gonna fail. So that's a crit actually. So close to a critical. God damn it. Okay. I think no. This is a wound. Boom. I'm thinking of something else. That's why I started with the I think. But now she is gonna use a survival, and I'm gonna replace a survival token for that to attack again with the Bone Blade. That's a 7 and a 5, but I needed a 6. I need to memorize these kind of things. I'm so bad with my memory. Bone Blade, yeah. So that's 1 hit in a regular hit location, which is consolidated. So we're gonna get another. Whoop, that was an 8, but I'm gonna reroll it so you see it. That is a 7. We move this here. We get another wound. That is really good. Oh shit! I forgot. She's frenzied now. Which means she couldn't have done the second attack. Fuck. If Alistair hits, because it was my original plan, if Alistair hits, that's a 1. So, okay. Wounds -1. We return this wound here, and, well, who cares about the hit location? We can put it back, but it's kind of a spoiler. Yeah, so now she's frenzied. I need to add it here, which is not good at all, because Frenzy means that she cannot use, if I remember right, wasn't it the disorder or is it an ability? Where is Frenzy? Brain trauma. Okay. Knowledge, philosophy, brain injuries. I don't know where Frenzy is. Abilities and impairments. Frenzy. There we go. So gain 1d5 insanity. That's no, yes. So that is half. So that is gonna be 3, I believe, or 2. 2. No, 3. Okay, that's good. You gain +1 speed and 1 strength token. Is that calculated automatically? No. 1 speed and 1 strength. You might not spend survival, you might not use fighting arts, you might not use a weapon specialization or mastery. Can be gained multiple times, lasts until the end of the showdown. Okay, so yeah, I did forget about that. Now all of that is calculated. Alistair tried to hit and failed. So the round is over, and this is scary. But we don't have any. I don't think we have anything that targets terrified characters, which is good. Okay, that is not bad. He's gonna turn around and go for an attack. That's two hits. The head and the waist. On this is the colors. This is blue. So the waist and the head. Did I say yes? So she's knocked down, but someone is gonna use, let's say, Zachary is gonna use his survival to encourage her, because she's the one with the highest chance of doing damage. Now Zachary is shit and he's getting fucked. Suffer damage. Did he suffer damage again? Yes, he did actually. So this is no longer a theory. When a monster targets you, you might spend 1 survival to suffer bleed brain trauma. That's cool. Anyway, also she gets thrown away. We don't have dodge yet, do we? No, with I mean dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and she's knocked down. So now it's gonna be Lucy. Oh no, right, she was encouraged, but yeah, she got pushed away anyway. That is before she still gets to move. Zachary is gonna move away. She's gonna move back into place and smack with the bone blade with +1 speed. That's 1 hit. And I forgot to remove the tail whip. There are 2 tail whips in the deck. That is something that is good to remember. We did go through all the deck already, so yeah. Therefore, what did I do? One hit. My memory, dude. That's a 7. That's a wound. Who knows what am I removing now? But with that, we mark the wound. I think I didn't mark enough wounds in the screen. 3, 4, so it should be at 5, and right now it's at 6. So, yeah, that is much better. What's next? Ooh, Zachary is gonna use his action to remove Terrified, and actually, Green is gonna remove just her action to remove Terrified too. Oh no, they need to drink actually. What? You're right. Zachary has Insanity. Anissa has Insanity. They're okay. Okay. Um, here's her action. Alistair is gonna throw some darts. That's a 9. Alistair. There we go. He needs bone darts. He needs a 2 to wound. That's really good. That's a 5. That's a wound. Boom. We're almost there. He's gonna search? No, he cannot search. Okay. And that's the end of the round. Then again? Oh, I forgot to do the knockback on all of them the last round. So, oh, and forgot to do a basic. Okay. So let's start. Alistair. That's a 6 damage to Alistair. He becomes terrified. He's looking bad, like really, really bad. Next one, Ursa. That's a 5. She's also terrified. Then is Lucy, that got caught behind the camera. Oh my god. That's an 8. Oh, but she has 0 problem with that. Has a lot of insanity. That's a 1. And that's a 3. Perfect. So, couple of terrified survivors. Who did get damaged? It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Green got damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lucy did not. Yeah, that is it. Now perform a basic action targeting the furthest survivor in range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He doesn't reach that, so he's gonna go for red. This is fucked up. No, red is fine. Okay. Red is okay, because if he was terrified, he would be devoured whole. That's a 5 and a 7. 2 hit location. Um, oh, look at that. But I don't have survival. So basically, I need to roll on the table for the chest. And let's see. Let's roll. That's a 7. We are maybe fine. Two bleeding tokens and skipping the next. That is actually not terrible. Skip next hand here. And the after damage is only if he's terrified. He should be knocked down. We are safe. Now, what else? It's our turn. I'm tempted to attack with him, but maybe it's not the best idea. 3, 4, 5, that would be 6. So we're gonna move here. 3, 4. So Lucy is gonna attack. That's 2 hits. Fight could be over soon. No! No. This is so bad. There's a chance that if I fail here, my weapon doesn't break. Oh, I forgot. But if I do damage, if I attempt to wound the super dense hit location, my weapon is gonna break. So my only hope is to fail now. And that's a 7, which means 1 more wound, which means this goes away, which means that now I'm gonna attempt to wound the super dense hit location, and that's a 6, which means that that's a wound, which means that I need to archive here. My bone blade. That's a shame, but it's okay. Now, oh, I forgot to add the strikes for her. She doesn't need it actually. Or is it calculated now? Maybe it's being calculated. Yeah, it is being calculated. No, it is not. It is not being calculated. But she doesn't need it anyway. Good. She cannot action surge. She cannot encourage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's gonna move here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What is the range? Range 6. He doesn't make it. Who is terrified? Green is terrified. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's gonna roll on the table to get insanity. That is +1 insanity for Lucy. I'm mixing them up a lot. No, that's right. That's right. Ersa is the one that needs it. Yes, this is correct. +1 insanity. And also Alistair needs that, but he's not nearly close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What is the monster's movement? 6. Okay. He cannot reach Alistair. So that is the end of the round. Now there are basically 2 cards that can show up. I'm scared. This can be it, no matter what the card is. Both are really bad. This is Verbal Tail Whip. Speed 2, accuracy 3. Who does he target? Closest threat. So he's gonna target her. Turn around. Go for. Oh my god. Please don't kill her. She's cool. Hands and legs. Hands and legs. Bleed 1. Oh, wait. Lost tail. Lost tail. Oh, I've been playing bad the whole time. Oh no. He didn't lose the tail. Okay. So bleed 1 and knockback 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And knockdown. Wait, this is blue. What am I doing? Which means that legs and arms are fine here. Look at that. He doesn't get knocked down. Okay, this guy gets up, and this should be it. Dos, cuatro. This is 5 movement. It's 3 dice, I forgot, and this is in the back, so a 5 is what I need to hit. Oh no, she lost the... No, I'm attacking with fist and tooth. Still 3 dice. That's an 8. Fist and tooth with Lucy. I won with a 3. I need to roll the hit location first. No, 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 no. He's gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is bad. Anyway, then Alistair is gonna throw some bone darts. 8. He needs 2 damage. Let's put it here. That is damage. So now only tail whip is in play, which is a good thing, if you ask me. But the question is, how do we finish the job? She's gonna remove Terrify from herself. So we could go with green, try to get closer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But that's pretty much it. He's gonna do Tailwind again. And he's gonna do it to Zachary if he stays there. And he should be fine. Unless really unlucky things happened, he should be fine. So let's do that. The monster attack with 2. He needs 4 to do damage. Only 1. That is fantastic. On the legs. So he gets knocked down. Boom. The monster did move here. He gets knocked down. That's not a big issue. Green is gonna go to the back of the monster and attack with 2 dice. And miss both. Does green have... She has survival. She's gonna try to do it again. This is not a good idea, but we're gonna do it anyway. That's a 4 and a 9, which means we draw 1 hit location. It's consolidated and it's a parry or disarmed. That's a 2. I don't think that does damage anyway. I don't think that wounds. This is Ursa with a Founding Stone. No, I need a 4 to be able to wound. So fail disarmed. And we coagulate there. That is not actually bad. That is actually really good. What else? The weapon goes 5 squares away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it's gonna be Lucy. Lucy is attacking with her fist and tooth. That's a 6 and a 9. Whoops. It was a 9, I swear. Fist and tooth for Lucy. It needs an 8 to hit. So only 1 hits. She's not super bad. Plus 3 strength. So with the 2, she wounds. That's a 5. So yeah, now it only has basic actions, which can be really, really dangerous. So someone is going to encourage. Nobody can encourage, because Lucy is the one with survival, but not nearly enough survival. Do I want to burn a founding stone? We are gonna have to burn. Yeah, otherwise Zachary is gonna die. But I mean, maybe we can let him die, actually. We're gonna let Zachary die. So now it's gonna be the monster. He's performing a basic action, and if he hits, he dies. So Zachary is dead. Let's see this beautiful animation. Confirm. Rip Alistair. Okay. So, oh, I forgot to add the wound here. Yeah, amazing. So, now it's player's turn. Alistair is dead. We are gonna go with Lucy with Fist and Tooth. That's a 1 and a 2. 2 misses. She's gonna move away, just in case. Now it's gonna be Ursa. Ursa is going with the Founding Stone. That's a 9 and a 3. That's really good. Yep. So Ursa needs a 4 to be able to wound right now. No! That was a 1. I think it was off camera, but it was a 1. Ursa has no survival. So, terrified or closest survivor. Who do we want the monster to attack? I think the monster should attack Ursa. Definitely. She has 1 more evasion anyway. Oh, she couldn't attack with Founding Stone. Okay. It was a miss anyway. It wasn't damage anyway. Now it's the monster's turn. The monster is gonna attack accuracy 3, but 2 evasion, so it needs a 5 to hit. That is a 3 and a 1. I rolled a 1 off camera, so okay, 1 hit. That is 2 damage to the legs. So Ursa is now knocked down. Now Lucy is gonna go back, use Fist and Tooth again. That's a perfect hit. That's when you suffer brain trauma. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, with a perfect hit, he gains +2 strength, only for this attack. So let's see. What did I roll? Did I roll 1 or 2 hits? I think I did roll 2. No, I roll 1. I'm not gonna roll a trap right now. Okay, that's a 6. Dead. And okay, rip the fucking monster. Now, survivors, complete showdown, return and advance here. Okay. So that was horrible. I need to follow the right development steps. I'm really bad at doing that. I usually do it how I feel it, and that's not good because I might miss something. I may miss something. Anyway, the first thing that happens is that we get resources. So I think it's 4 and 4, right? Oh, 5 Crimson Crocodile resources? That's awesome. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoa, that's a lot of 5. Yes, I see it as 5, not um, as pale flesh. Now we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another skull? That's sorry, that was 4, not 5. And this goes back to the deck. It's a shame though, because hide is always good. But yeah, let's go. This was a really good one for Lanterneer 2. We got our death, so we get the death principle now, which is important to unlock. And yeah, we got really good stuff right here. So let's do the development or the first steps. We're probably gonna innovate right now. I'm so tempted to innovate. The only bone that I have is skull though, and I need. Well, I could do like this and use this as the skull or as a weapon building thing. This is gonna be tricky. We'll see. But let's do step by step. I need first to find the development tracker. We can use the freaking handboard face. So we're gonna turn these around and we're gonna check step by step. So survivors return, we gain endeavors. We have 5 endeavors. We update the timeline. We need to read the story event death song. So that is the first thing that happens. Death of song, a melody from the darkness abruptly ends. The settlement heart sinks. A poacher emerges from the darkness, dragging the corpse of a monster. Their face is twisted with guilt. The poacher presents the mangled heap as a gift to the settlement. The gathered survivors cannot help but gaze at the tortured face of the creature, their faces welling with tears. Muffled sobs escape their throats. You may now hand the smoke singers, add them to the quarry list. We're gonna go right away. Smoke singers. The settlement confronts the poacher. Roll 1d10. That's a 2, which is bad, I guess. Nominate the survivor. They see the corpse not just as a monster, but as a glimpse of tragic beauty. The handsome features of the dead monster are reduced to unthinkable indignity. Howling, the nominated survivor chokes the poacher to death. Unable to cope with their own brutality, they are never the same again. We're gonna nominate the discardable survivor because that is fucking crazy. So we're gonna create Ryan and Catherine. So Catherine is gonna get 3 random resources. Disorders. Well, she's gonna be used to breathe from now on, probably. There we go. That's it. I think that's it. So now we updated the timeline, update the death count, which we have at 1. Check milestone story events. So we go to progression, to principles and milestones, and we display in the screen the death principle. So death, death, death. PQR, principle, society, new life, principle, death. So we have the 2 options: cannibalize or graves. I think graves was pretty nice in its own, wasn't it? I don't remember. Cannibalize is okay. Oh, survival limit +1. You draw 1 resource and add to settlement storage. No get resources, so survivors lost. Okay, graves. Let's see. All new survivors gain +2 on understanding. When a survivor dies during a hunt or showdown phase, gain +2 endeavors. When a survivor dies during the settlement phase, gain +1 endeavor. What are we gonna do? I kinda like cannibalize, but graves is also nice. I think we're gonna go for graves. Survival limit is early on, man. Going with 3 survival. Yeah, cannibalize. Yeah, 100% cannibalize. So, death, cannibalize. Fantastic. We are gonna add this here later. We put this back. Okay. We are in a pretty good place. Let's see if anything is missing. Develop. We are gonna, yes, 100% we're gonna draw an innovation card. Let's see, innovations. So I need a monster hide, a monster organ, and a bone. Let's do this one for now. This means I draw 2 innovations. I need to remove 1 endeavor as well. So progression, innovations, draw 2 innovations. What have we got? Paint and Symposium. Whoa, this is a hard choice. Or is it Symposium the one that lets me draw 4? Let's see. Paint. Paint allows for dash. It's really good. Now Symposium. Where are you? Symposium. Yes, Symposium. 100%. Symposium is the one. And we're in a fantastic lantern here too. I don't think it can get much better than this. We got so extremely lucky with that draw. Yeah, and yeah, we're gonna leave it here for now. I need to go eat. I'm starving. But yeah, I hope you had fun. Whoever joined and came through. Yeah, I hope it was fun for you guys. For now, I'm gone. And yeah, cheers.